a sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me.
Hello, everyone. Well, this is going to be interesting. At least I find it very interesting. My guest is a visionary brand strategist. She is a founder of a Canadian award-winning boutique web development and digital marketing agency called eVision Media. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet Susan Friesen. Welcome to the show, Susan.
Well, hello, everybody, and thank you so much, Nancy, for having me on your show. I'm really honored to be here.
I'm pleased that you responded. It's really great. So tell me about being a visionary brand strategist, first of all.
Yeah, it's kind of a mysterious title, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I came up with it because branding is my thing, helping businesses create and establish their brand and their brand positioning. But I love working with visionaries. And visionaries are those who just have ideas all over the place, but details are not exactly their forte, where details is my jam. I will take their vision and bring it down into those details. So I kind of wanted to bring that word vision into my name. And that coupled with my agency, eVision Media, also has the vision word in it. So It's a little bit of a thing. But, being a visionary brand strategist is really just helping business owners, entrepreneurs clarify who they are, what they stand for, what their business stands for, and how that needs to be represented to the public so that it resonates with their ideal client in a way that they will immediately get what it is that you're dishing out, and know that they have found the right place to get, their needs met. So that's in a very, very brief nutshell what brand positioning is.
Now, you have a unique talent, I think you might call it, as being able to see the big picture for somebody, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just to try to give people an idea. Let's just say I haven't done my show yet. I'm just wanting to do this. People now call it a podcast. Okay, whatever. But I wouldn't know. I have this idea.
Yeah.
Now, what do I do? So I would contact you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's lots involved if you're running this as a business or as a hobby. So, there's all kinds of little niggly factors involved, from that business perspective of having, some sort of a business plan so that how you're going to make money out of this vision. But my end of things is more on the branding and the marketing and how you're going to come out and present yourself to people. So yeah, you would come to me and you would explain to me what your vision is, who you want to serve, and what difference do you want to make in the world. And then what's that long-term vision too? Like, do you want to just keep it nice and small and cozy and comfy, or do you want to be a millionaire one day? It all depends, right? And so I just listen carefully, and I listen for all the tips and the details that are being sent to me from all the different various tangents that visionaries often have. And I say, and then I can see it. I just see it. I know it. I have that sense of knowing inside of me. I was told that I just did an interview with somebody who does it's like your personality type of thing, and it's lost me what it is at the moment. And anyway, she told me that because of that sense of knowing and being able to bring it down into the details, I'm actually in the top 20 percentile. There's only 20% of us on the planet who have that kind of a gift. So I do call it a gift.
Yeah. For sure.
And so then I would just take them through that path of, okay, step one, if you want to achieve this, we need to start with this, and then this, and then this. And we break it down into nice, easy chunks. And I keep that person on path, because always along the way, oh, well, what about this idea? Oh, I think I want to do this instead. Oh, what about that? What about that? And I go, great idea. Let's write it down for later. Let's focus on this.
Okay. That's important. Yeah. I'm the other type of person. I know that I come up with ideas, but not always sure how to put it together. right?
How to fill them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that is that, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. That is who you are.
Yeah.
Me, I have a terrible time coming up with ideas. Like, I'm not the visionary. I'm not that person who just has random shower thoughts on, some big vision pie in the sky thing.
Yeah.
So we're all unique and different in that way. And it's human design that I was trying to think of.
Sure.
And and so the visionaries, we need a lot of visionaries in the world, otherwise the world isn't going to keep turning on us. But at the same time, those visionaries do need somebody to partner with them, to help them with the details, to fulfill that vision, to get it actually out of their head and onto paper and out the door, and doing what you want to do, which is, most likely serving as many people as you want. Helping, being on purpose in what you want to be doing in your life.
Cool. Yeah. So when did you start your business, by the way?
Well, you know what? We are celebrating our 20th anniversary this month.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, eVision Media and is now 20 years old. I've been in the industry about 22 years. So I did form eVision Media. Actually, you know what? It's more like 24 years now that I do the math.
Right.
Yeah. So it was, it came into being by accident. I was the webmaster at the Vancouver Sun in the province.
Okay.
If anybody who's local in BC would know who that is.
Yes.
And I was the webmaster there. And then they changed hands and ownership, and there was a bit of chaos, and my position was deemed not necessary anymore. So I left and went back to school and was earning my business degree in computer information systems. And while I was doing that, I just got out and did some networking, and this was obviously long before COVID. And I was networking with mostly women who were saying, "Hey, I hear you build websites," and I go, "Yes, I do." "Well, I need a website." Okay. It was that easy back then.
Yes.
And so it was almost like a hobby for me, because I had no intention of creating my own business. My intention was that I was going to be a chief information officer at some corporation like TELUS or Hydro or something.
Right.
And so I was just out of the goodness of my heart helping people at a, really, really low rate, just helping them out, because that at the end of the day is who I am. Is I'm a nurturer. I want to help people. I just want to be there to be that support system and give them the guidance that they need, and be that hand holder that many entrepreneurs need, because they often feel very lost and alone in this sea of information that just feels very overwhelming at times.
Right. Especially nowadays with so much that you can do online, and your network, internet and YouTubes and Twitter and all of those things, right? Whereas places where businesses now should be using, I think, to get their brand name out, I suppose.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Social media is the reality in today's world of one spoke in that marketing wheel that we need to pay attention to. Right. And brand positioning is a huge part of that spoke. Yes. Because how we come across through our social media posts, how we interact with other people on their posts, what kind of comments that we make, all of that kind of stuff really does leave an impression on the other person, because they are watching, what you're writing, what you're posting, what kind of images are you posting, what you're doing on your videos, all of that kind of stuff. And they're forming an impression of you. Right. And that impression is lasting. It's either a favorable impression or a not so favorable impression. And if it's not so favorable, they're never going to become a client. They're never going to buy from you. Right. Yeah. You've lost them out the gate. So your intention with brand positioning is to build trust and community and raving fans with your followers, especially, and that is easily and is done on social media platforms. So that that's why social media is an important part, but it's can't be the only part of how we build a business.
Right.
And we have witnessed that over the years, over and over again, how a business will rely solely on Facebook as an example for their business. They don't have a website, they don't have anything else but just Facebook. And Facebook changes its algorithms one day, and boom, they've lost everything, and business has tumbled because everything they built up was built on someone else's platform, 100% out of their control. And so we have to be careful about that we can't do all of our marketing in one spoke. And that's why I called it social media as one spoke in the wheel, but there are many other ways that we should and can market our business.
Right. Now, I'm just wondering too, because I think like the name of your business is always important, right? Do you help people with that?
I can, yes, yeah. If somebody is so brand new that they don't even know what business name they should have, what we do is I take them through this brand analysis process, and we dive deep into their vision, into what they want to do, who they are, what they want to represent, all of that kind of stuff. And then from there, it becomes much more clear on what kind of a business name they should have. I've done this with lots of people who come to me with a business name already in their mind, Right.
Yes.
And the very first thing I'll say is, well, I won't even say it. I'll go, what does that mean? Like that totally confuses me. And so what happens is the visionary has this cute, clever, kind of funny idea of what their business name should be, but it's only resonating with them. They're not thinking about the people that they actually want to serve, the people that they need to resonate with them in order for them to actually build a business. And that's the importance of where the brand name comes from. And it needs to be, positioned in a way that will resonate with people. Yeah.
Like in choosing my name, I thought I want it to reflect what it is. Small talk, meaning that it's a short interview, anywhere from 15 minutes to half an hour. For me, it's a short. Of course, it has a double meaning because I'm also short.
Well, there you go.
People don't know me, don't know that, but then I thought I'd throw that in just for fun.
Right.
Yeah. So I it's kind of the reason why I brought that up is like my son lives in China. He's in Shanghai, and a lot of young people are opening business there, and because it's so hard to get a business name that's not already being used.
Right.
My son was saying they're now choosing names that reflect nothing on what they do,
Yeah, it can be a challenge. The more we get into this online world, the more challenging it is, because we definitely want to have a business name where there's also a domain name that's associated with it, so that we can have a website that represents the face of our business.
Right.
And that does make a difference. And I'll share with you the small talk. What resonated with me, what came to my mind, is that it's chit chat. It's just a conversation, a quick, small chit chat conversation, as if we were having coffee.
Right. Yeah. And that was my plan too. I wanted people to feel comfortable.
Right.
When we're talking, right? I mean, it's more, even though it's an interview, it's still just sitting and talking.
Right.
Yeah. And originally started, of course, in person.
Of course. Yeah.
So with COVID for you now, has that changed things a lot?
COVID, it changed me personally, absolutely personally. But from the eVision Media standpoint, we actually got really, really busy. And the reason for that is all of these brick and mortar stores were suddenly empty. Nobody could come in them, and they realized, oh my gosh, I need to have a better online presence. I need to have a shopping cart system so that I can sell my wares that way. So we got super busy, implementing a lot of shopping cart systems. And then the other part of it was existing clients, a lot of existing clients. Because I've been around for 20 years, I've literally had clients with us for 15, 16, 17 years. Nice. They just come along with us for the ride. And they'll come to me and say, you know what, it's been 5 years since I updated my website. Let's take this downtime and give it a refresh. Let's reevaluate my brand positioning and make sure that the right messaging is in place. And then when COVID ends, I'll be in a better position to rebuild my business again. So there was a couple of different factors at play that COVID created. Yeah.
Right. Do you have employees?
I do. I have a team of, I think there's 11 of us right now.
Wow.
And yeah, and we're all over North America. So I have always built a home-based business. And my biggest reason for that, well, there was two reasons for that. The one biggest reason was because I wanted to save our clients money. I did not want to have to charge so much extra just for them to have to pay for my overhead to have this big office building and boardroom and all this fancy decor and stuff. At the end of the day, the clients are the ones who are paying for all of that. So I wanted to be affordable for the very people that I wanted to serve, which were new entrepreneurs or business owners who were struggling, but still were very firm in that vision and needed to escalate. And then the second reason was because of the nature of the business, which is more tech-based, building websites and doing online marketing and all that kind of stuff. I work with a lot of programmers, and I just could not fathom asking a programmer to clock in at 9 a.m. and check out at 5 p.m. I mean, if you know anybody who is in the tech world, that would be like asking them to pull their teeth. So I wanted to create an environment that helped them and tapped into when their genius was happening. And so over the years, all of my programmers, they're either on the afternoon shift or the graveyard shift. They'll pull all-nighters. They'll all of a sudden they'll show up at 7 a.m. I'll go, what happened to you? Oh, I've been up all night, so, that to me was the best way to be able to serve our clients.
Right. Yeah. Now your own website, let's see about eVision, eVision itself, eVision Media, you have a website here, right?
Yeah.
I said here, I'm looking at it, I'm reading here, so I'll include that. Is that always the best way for people to get a hold of you? Through your website? Sure.
Yeah. Your website is the brick and mortar version, online version of your business. And so there should always be a website that represents any business out there. And for me personally, yes, the best way to go is to evisionmedia.ca, because everything you need to know about me is on there, about my team and what we do. If you scroll down to the very bottom of the page, all of our social media links are there. Right. And if you want to get on our newsletter list, we send out a newsletter every week that provides an article that is specifically written for entrepreneurs to help them build and grow and market their business. And so we would send that out once a week. And then of course the contact page is there too. If you want to, reach out and have a 30-minute free consultation with me, if you're wondering if your brand positioning is off, or if you definitely know that it's off and you need a new website or you need a new logo or whatever, just reach out and fill in the form to schedule a 30-minute talk with me. I'd be happy to chat.
Are websites costly to maintain?
Well, that is a very relative question. So if you think about, if you had a brick and mortar store, you're going to be paying rent, right? You're going to be paying utilities, you're going to be paying for cleaning, you're going to be paying for stock and all that, everything that goes with it. Is it just as expensive to have an online website? No, but there are costs involved. And there is web hosting fees, there's domain name fees, there's maintenance fees, there's security fees and all that kind of stuff. But when you say, is it costly, that all depends on what you define as being costly.
Okay, right. Okay, great. I think we've covered everything. Have I missed anything? I hope not.
No, but that's awesome. Thank you so much, Nancy. I as you can tell, I get very passionate about what I do because I just love sharing my knowledge.
Well, that's, when I saw your, I think Facebook tells me every once in a while, here's a person I might know or whatever. So I always look at people's profile, right? And when I saw your profile, I thought, oh, that sounds so fascinating. I wonder if you'd be willing to be on my show. And voila, here you are. So I'm pleased.
Well, awesome. I'm so honored to be here, Nancy. And I hope that you and your listeners or viewers got a little bit of insight out of what I can do and helping them build their business. I
think it's very helpful, actually. I'm pretty sure that most people would be surprised how that you could find somebody like you who could help you with that, put your vision to work and to all those little details that are so annoying to some of us.
Yeah. And I should point out that it's because of that gift that I can bring to them that makes me different from a lot of other web developers and other people out there who could, there's lots of people who can build a website, but there's not a lot of people who understand all of the different components involved in building a website, the copywriting, the SEO, the branding, the marketing messaging, all of that. And that's what me and my team do. We bring it all together so that the end result ends up being something that you can be proud of and that can actually showcase your business and what you do, the uniqueness involved in what you do, and it attracts your ideal client.
Yeah, very good. Well, now we're going to end it there. Just please stay on camera, just to the audience. So you've been listening to Susan Friesen, and I will share her information, her website, so you can check out, find out more. And as she said, she offers a free consultation, which is a 30-minute consultation is really free, is really nice. Something very unique, actually. So thank you, everybody, for watching the show, and take care, and hope you keep watching, and peace out.
A sense of community till the wax a place to be. A sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see.